This is one of the hardest things I'm going to talk about because it's time for change. Mental Health Day on the 4th of February, which is tomorrow. I've decided to do this video now because otherwise I'll forget. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this video is because, believe it or not, I suffer both with depression and anxiety, and I have for many years. I don't know how long, so don't ask me. All I know it's over 10, and I'm really not ashamed that I've got it, but it is horrendous at times. It really is a daily battle, a daily struggle. It drains me, and now I haven't been properly diagnosed. They basically think I've just got an anxiety disorder, which I disagree with, and I know that it's wrong, and I'm basically fighting the system at the moment to get properly diagnosed. But my friends are very supportive, and my family are supportive of my illness, but I have had this discrimination. That's why I generally don't talk about it unless people ask me. But I'm getting better at opening up about my illness of depression and anxiety the last couple of years, and I have had many positives about talking about it, and I quite a lot of the time I help others more than I help myself, which is not a good thing to do at times when you can take their problems on, because a lot of my friends have depression and anxiety and personality disorder, schizophrenia, you name it. They've got quite a few of those, but I won't mention their names because that's really rude and wrong. And I don't tend to judge people, which isn't really good. Anyway, I believe you should stand out the crowd and say, I've got this problem, because not a lot of people judge. Mainly. Actually, I take that back, because there are people a lot of the time that do judge, but they ain't the point. Because I remember the first time I told my parents, I was like, oh, what are they going to say? What are they going to do? It was a scary moment. And when I got ill about, what was it, 4 years ago, I think, when I had my bit of a breakdown, because at the time I knew for about a couple of years I wasn't right, and at the time I didn't want to admit it to anybody that I wasn't right, and I wasn't eating, and I wasn't doing this and going out and all sorts. At the time it was a very scary moment, and I still not totally over what I went through 4 years ago. I know not, but I'm not ashamed to say in front of a group of people, which I did last year, I have depression, I have anxiety, and it is a daily battle, it is a daily struggle, but I'm not ashamed of having it, because it is part of me. And I believe you should come clean with your friends and family, because I know it'd be scary, but in the end you may think they're going to judge you, but they'll probably be there for you and support you. Believe it, because your friends and family, you may lose some of those friends, because I have lost quite a few over the years. Not because of me, but because they didn't understand, and they were not nice people really as well. And that ain't the point, but I believe you should tell your work colleagues, because 1 in 4 people have mental illness, and they're probably too ashamed because they believe they're the only one or whatever. And I believe you should have conversations like, how are you doing? And they say if you're not okay, you say, do you want to talk about it? If they don't, just leave them, or talk about random normal things. And don't do what I've seen is like talk to someone like they're not a human. I hate it. And talk to them like a normal person, and don't treat them any different, because they're the same person they were before they got diagnosed with that illness. Because I really hate it when people do that. I don't judge people because they've got an illness or they've got this, although I felt like doing it at times when people treated me like shit, but you know, but you have to live life to the full. But anyway, as I was saying, I live with this illness and I help other people, and I think Time for Change Day is about talking about your conditions and not to be ashamed about it. Thank you, Richard.